Cloud. Hey everyone, welcome to project call number 5 for Universe XYZ DAO. We're really excited. We have finally launched the token. The Epoch 1 has ended for yield farming, so everyone can now claim their rewards out of the yield farms, and there's 19 weeks going to be left on those farms, so everyone enjoy those harvests. And next off, there's the sushi LPs are live. You can now take your XYZ and either provide liquidity on Sushi Swap, or you can actually go ahead and stake your XYZ in the DAO. There's about 15 million tokens needed to activate the DAO for like the proposal threshold, so we can start all using those functions of the DAO. And then there's the Sushi LP that you can provide liquidity to. And basically what you'll get for that is an LP token, and you'll take that LP token and you'll stake it in our yield farms, and you'll be able to earn more XYZ for staking that LP token in the yield farms as well. So there's a few things that you can use the XYZ token for right now, which is pretty cool. And it's actually, we just want to thank everyone. We're actually really honored that we reached 150 TVL in the first week. I personally wasn't expecting such a higher number. Maybe some of the team members were, but I just wanted to personally say, and rest of the team say, thank you to the whole community for sticking with us for the last 4 months and, you know, really blowing us away. We're really happy to see that, and everyone's still sticking with us. So thank you to all the communities. Chainlink, Sushi Swap, Compound, Aave, Illuvium. You guys are all amazing. SNX too. I mean, all you guys, we couldn't have done it without y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about, or I kind of stole Dragos' thunder. I was gonna let Dragos talk a little bit about the yield farms, but Dragos, is there anything else we could mention about the yield farms maybe that anyone needs to know?
Not much. You kind of like cover based on everything. So successful end of Epoch 1. We started like on Epoch 2, as you touched based on. The LP pool is active right now. Sushi Swap, you can go and trade there. We had like one hiccup that you know, when we went into like Epoch number 2 and Epoch number 1 for the LP pool, but we quickly addressed that as a dev team. So like that's for everyone for the like fast response time. And yeah, I mean the tokens pools 20 epochs, the LP pool 100 epochs, DAO 50 mil activation threshold. So it's all looking good, and we can keep on moving. Thank you, Mark.
Nice. Thanks, Dragos. So I'm gonna talk.
It's 15 mil, right? 50, right?
Yes, 50. I apologize. Yeah. English not my first language.
No, I wasn't sure when Mark said it either, so that's why I asked.
It's 15 mil.
I wasn't sure either.
I just want to mention one more thing, and that's kind of how to claim all this stuff. Yield farms, and I'll just kind of mention the airdrops will kind of be the same. So if you're on the yield farming page for the DAO, you're going to see your current rewards in the top left corner of the DAO. And then on the top right of that same page, you're going to see a box that says airdrop rewards. So basically there's going to be a claim button next to both of those, and you can claim them whenever. You know, yield farms, you don't have to claim them every week. They're not, your rewards aren't going to disappear if you don't claim them. So just so everyone knows, it's not like time sensitive. You're not going to if you don't claim them. But the airdrop is a little bit different. I know we've talked about how the airdrop is going to work a little bit, and I just want to reiterate because we've just take a step back. We're actually going to push the airdrop back a few weeks. I'm not exactly sure what our reasoning was, but we're going to push it back about 4 weeks, and it's still going to, the claim theory is going to be about still 20 weeks. So you guys are going to have those airdrops sitting for about 20 weeks. And basically if you leave the pool early, you'll have some sort of penalty that gets rolled over to the rest of the people who stay into the pool. So, like I said, there's a few things that you can do with XYZ tokens. So you can stake them in the DAO or go and provide liquidity. So it's kind of up to you what you want to do with your tokens and in your airdrop. And so basically you can either wait and earn some tokens if people leave the pool early, or you can go ahead and take those tokens and try to figure out what to do with them in the XYZ ecosystem.
The reason why it was pushed out is because of there needs to be security of the DAO.
Okay.
Because if there was too many that went out right away, and since we've given away all the power to the community, those airdrop people, if they wanted to, could collude and rob everyone of everything. So we just had to wait for a while and let it essentially decentralize.
It's more of a overprotection, but it's just better to be safe than sorry. We would feel pretty stupid if like
It'd be bad.
the something that just is very unlikely to happen did happen. So it's for this long-term safety of the protocol. One
I think
other
it
thing I
makes
wanted to add to
sense.
this, I don't know if on the agenda is to talk about audits, but I think Ryan should talk about audits at some point on the call, like the timing of them and what's
Yeah.
kind of coming out.
We'll talk about that right up next after I'm done with the airdrops. So I'll just mention one more thing about the airdrops, and then we'll go in and talk about some of the auction minting and the audits that we got going on right now. So just so everyone knows, those people who are going to be eligible for the airdrops are anyone that gave us an address in Discord and confirmed their address in our XYZ airdrop Discord. That airdrop is going to be about 6% of the tokens. It'll be that's going to be split evenly between all those people. Then there's the original bidders of our frogs, and those people, we have all your addresses from February, so no need to do anything. We have your addresses. You guys are good, and that'll be about 2% of the airdrop. And then there's going to be the OG contributors who were the original contributors of the original project that we ran. Those people will also have their
That's one thing that's not correct, because when we launched everything, the OG contributors ended up going into the vesting contracts. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the only everything Mark said was proper except that one thing. And Mark, I don't think you knew that because I found that out when I was sending everybody their vesting contract stuff, but it worked. That was also part of the reason that we needed to extend the timing, is because those OG contributors are like leaders in the space, like all the DeFi heads, all of that kind of stuff. So if they had been in the airdrop, we probably could have pushed it out sooner, but it's safer this way anyway. And it's better that they're investing contracts with 100-week vesting because it's long-term support for the project. So, I mean, it's better that we did it this way in 4 weeks, but we need to wait 4 weeks essentially.
Totally understandable. Okay, so that's my mistake. Was out of the loop there on the last part, but okay, guys. I'll let Ryan kind of take over for the auctions and the minting. We'll let him kind of talk about the audits that we currently have on process and kind of the timelines on the launch dates that we're looking at. So Ryan, you want to take that over?
Yeah. Sorry. So the first audit that we had in the works was the Hacken audit, which has been completed, and we're working on revising kind of the suggestions that they made. The big thing here is that we want to make sure to fix all of the suggestions without sacrificing any of the kind of goals and vision that we had in mind in terms of like the artists and the community. So that's coming together, and internally we're making changes on that front. Additionally, we have the Certic audit that is coming up, and Mark and I will be doing an AMA with them as well. So that will take some more time, but that is in progress. And additionally, we're going to have some internal audits where DMOB is auditing LimeChain code and vice versa. So this way we have several pass-throughs of the code before it ever hits production. In terms of launch dates, it's still hard to say. Once the audits are completed over the next few weeks, it'll definitely be coming together, but it does look like it probably is at least 4 weeks out until we can go completely live. There's no finalized launch date yet at the end of the day.
Nice.
That's for the auctions and minting, and then for the polymorphs, the audits haven't been started. I don't know if we've revealed that those exist yet. I might be leaking some alpha you're about to talk about in a few minutes, but
No,
the plans
talk
for
about
those
it
are in the works as well.
Z, do you want to tell us about the polymorphs, our newest and latest NFT project?
I don't think we should go into too much detail with it until we're about ready to launch personally. I think that we should, but it's up to y'all. I think we don't leak alpha. Maybe
This
in
is
2
not
weeks.
telling
In the
you.
1 and 2 weeks, we'll explain what polymorphs are, because then we'll be 2 weeks from launching, it sounds like, so yeah, I think that we go over it on the next call, guys.
Okay, sounds good.
So audits are in progress, but you won't know what for until 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Exactly. Start guessing.
Yep.
All right, so that's most of the stuff that we have today. I think that we should try and answer some of the questions that we had in Discord really quick. I know I saw a few, but I answered some of them.
Sorry, right before we do the questions, do we want Alge to talk about the OGs and the planets as well?
Yeah, let's have Allie update us on the planets, the OG characters, the lore, where all that's at, because that's us getting pretty close, and we're excited. I'm like ready to have some.
And just to clarify to everybody, these don't have anything to do with the first. So a lot of the stuff that's been shared in the community, like the lore, the characters, all the planet stuff, that was originally supposed to be the first airdrop. But then LimeChain, Zico, and George came to us with like a super dope idea on a concept for an NFT launch that from like an art and design perspective just did not take as long. So we decided to prioritize that. And that may actually launch before the auctions and minting. It may not. It's going to depend on the dev team's like comfort with everything and the timing. So just want to preface that so everybody doesn't get confused. There's going to be 2 core drops that launch quickly after us launching, which are going to be the polymorphs and then a completely separate thing, which is a lot of what y'all essentially seen up to this point. And Ali's been working his ass off on that. So big hats off to you. That ended up being a lot bigger project than I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Allie, great job on
It's
that.
not a low effort drop, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of the reason that it's like maybe getting pushed back is because of how it's like not a low effort drop. But yeah, there's so much that goes into it. Like basically our most recent development is we've designed these 3 planets that look really good based on the lore we've created. So like the planets really connect well with the lore we've created. And so the lore I'm talking about is the comics, and those have been progressing really well. Like we are still waiting to get our artists really like set on those because they're working on some other stuff currently, getting like the whole website and everything set up. But once that's all ready and the comics are like fully ready to get cranked out, that's just like all I meant to say that's all set up. Their comics are all set up to get cranked out because us writers have so much lore already created for them that when it's time to like make the comics, it's just gonna be like easy, like to get the artists, like tell them what they need to do. We already have such a good system for like creating all the art. We had an amazing system for setting up the characters, and those are all like pretty much done now. And so they are done. And so now like we don't want to release all the characters too soon. Like we want to make sure that everything we put out was timed right, because timing is important. And so when we release the characters, we want to make sure we do it the right way and the only way to do that is to make sure the whole drop is fully prepared before we release anything. And so that's what we're kind of doing with that drop. But yeah, another thing I just want to point out is Tyler said there's 2 coming out right at the beginning, but there will probably be even more than 2 core drops in general. Yeah, so just get ready
We can
for
have hundreds of core
just
drops.
get ready for us to never stop. You know what I mean? This is only the beginning. Even after these 2 drops come out, like that was still only the beginning. Like we have so much coming.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm glad we're not talking about the polymorphs because I have Ivan making promotional videos for them that we're gonna drop on YouTube. So you guys,
I think the polymorphs are the coolest NFT things ever, but.
I might make some more for those too. Who knows?
Tyler saw
I
the
mean, I love
polymorph
Trump,
here that
but-
was made this morning. He's like, I can't even. Tyler, it was
That's like my favorite way to start the
Perfect
morning.
Tyler
Just go
moment.
straight into the channel and look
He's
at the
like-
design.
you better make it red. You better make it red. Okay,
Alright.
guys, there's like a few questions. So let me just get through these really quick because I know we have a hard stop. And I just think that this guy asked actually a few pretty good questions. He was asking, is there a way for the community members to make designs or produce their own comics or characters? Short answer is yes. We have a lore team that is actually the community. It's like a bunch of Adult Swim writers, comedy writers that are working with Allie, and a bunch of like just, you know, community members like Underground Man, Ego Assassin. They've been helping write lore, poetry, all sorts of interesting stuff. So message me, message Al. Like if you guys are trying to get involved and want to help, like we're all for it. This is a community-led project and we want the community involved. So just hit us up if you want to add to our lore, and don't, like, if you want to make your own characters, do whatever you want. Like we're gonna allow people to we're gonna allow you to help, do whatever you want. We're all open to, you know, being team effort here. And then there's one other question I really liked. Okay, I think that was really the main question. These questions are all kind of the same question. But yeah, this is a DAO, and the community will be able to, will the community members be able to come up with a part of what we're building? So yeah, and at the end of the day, like we're a DAO, and we're going to be able to propose things together and vote together, and you know, we'll be able to create, like if we all want to do a drop together or come up with something, like we can propose it in the DAO and make it a universe drop. Like I think that's the main idea of this, is a community run, you know, decentralized platform to kind of build together and come up with things together. So I think those are some good questions. Thank you, Sandwad. But I think that really is all that we have today. Sorry, we're having a little bit shorter call. A lot of us have a short stop here at 10:30, so we just
Can you
want.
see Z's dog again?
You want to see my dog?
No, Z's dog.
That was Z's dog.
We want
He
to
was-
see your dog too.
Yeah, I want to see your dog too. He was like, Z's dog was like actually paying attention to the meeting.
My
He was
dog's
like,
not in here.
It was awesome.
My dog left.
That's okay. Well,
I
Right.
kicked my dog out because he whines at me on the calls. He's like, play frisbee with me, give me a treat. He just doesn't understand I'm on the calls.
Nice.
Here he is.
Does anybody have anything else that they want to go over on this call? The only reason, nice. What's up, Blaze? The only reason I'm asking is because I have a call in 5 minutes. We got
This has a
Dragos' cat. Yeah, I don't think I can pick up my dogs.
Kind of.
Pick up Blue. Pick up Blue.
All right, if I can take the camera. I've only got 2 of them in here. That's Gunji. Oh no, there's Daisy behind there. Daisy. What's up? And then this is Blue.
Well, Mr. Blue.
Tyler has 600 pounds of dogs.
Yeah. Well, not that much, but a lot.
A lot.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you, everyone.
Till next time.
Yeah, till next time.
Drug us with the cat.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
XYZ universe.
Bye.
Bye bye.